Alright, so I'm back. A little bit longer than expected, but um, I couldn't get into the bathroom. Somebody was using it. Alright, so there's one thing we forgot to do when we increase the palette of every rock. We forgot to go in and adjust each factory. So our coal rock should now spawn at 10,000 pallets. Uh, so 20 times 10,000, so this should go up to 200,000. Yeah, it's still math. No, calculator. 20 times 10. Yeah, 200,000. That's what I thought. So this goes to 200,000. So that changes our coal rock. Next one, copper crusher. This one has to go to 10,000, and this to 200,000. That's the copper one. Milk, milk, milk. Nickel crusher has to go to 10,000 per pallet and 200,000. The ore crusher has to go to 10,000 per pallet. Well, I guess if I went live, you guys could actually see what I was doing. And this has to go to 200,000. So that's our ore crusher. And then our rock crusher that boulder has to go from 10,000 to 200,000. So that's our rock crusher. So I forgot to, so we increase that. There's one other thing that I have to look at. So this is outputting trash. This one has to go to 10,000. 10, so there's 19, so this has to go to 190. On that one, this has to go to 10,000, and we have 23, 20, yeah, 23 to 230,000. This rock has to go to 10,000 and 160. And this has to go to 10,000 and what do we have? 111,000. Yeah, 111,000. And then this one, I don't think has any. Yeah, so that one doesn't have any. So that is that fix. So all of our rock palettes are now fixed. And then the other thing I wanted to check on was to make sure that the beehives are us. We increased the beehive palette, so we did fix that. Alright. So it looks like that was the last thing I had to adjust on the islands map. So let's delete this. Let's zip it back up. So let's copy this into the test map folder. I want to overwrite that, but I also want to overwrite my single player save. Alright, so now let's go into island zipped. Let's go into my single player save and let's see if all of the changes work without messing up a single player save, which they should. So let's go into career, save game 10 is my single player save, and I don't think I added any new mods. I didn't. I don't have the Studebaker in here yet, but that's alright. Oh, good lord. I hope I had my mic muted in time. I just had a nasty old sneeze. Alright, so before I start this, let's just go to game capture so you can get a better view of what I'm looking at. Hey, Rob, thank you. Alright, so let's go back into our single player game. And I want to make sure that all the changes I made did not mess up anything on our single player save. So I want to get just a little bit of speed. Let's go down to 3. So let's head over to our coal mine. And let's see if how our coal mine looks. Alright, so now our coal rock, yeah, it's now 200,000 liters. So these pallets should now go to, so each boulder should now go to 10,000 liters instead of 2,000 liters. So this will run a lot longer without having to shut down. So that's 3% full at 300. Yeah, so that's going to go to 10,000 liters. Now this one was already spawned out, so it's going to stay at 2,000, or they both may fill up. I'm not sure. So let that run. So that's taken care of. Let's go check on the increased beehive palette. So our increased beehive palette, we have 11 spawners here. I added 11 more spawners here. This palette should now go to 6,000 liters instead of 4,000 liters. So yeah, so these two pallets should now go to 10,000 liters. So that will run a lot longer. And then come over here to the heating plant. Close enough. So our heating plant, we don't have, yeah, see our trash pallet is now going to fill up to 4,000 liters instead of 1,000 liters. So this is going to run a lot longer now. So that's good. So that's going to run a lot longer. These pallets will now go to, these should go to 10,000 liters. Come on, give me a little thingy. Oh, there we go. Had it there. Alright, so our rock, oh, come on, stay on the screen. Yeah, so that's going to go to 10,000 liters now. It's only at 6%. So all the changes we made will work with the Brute Man. Hello. A little bit longer than expected, but we are back. I have absolutely nothing to do on this map until these crops are ready. So I think what I'm going to do is, before we jump into the Ritchieville updates, let's go till about noon. Let the map catch up a little bit. We'll check our growth stages. I have really nothing to do until these crops come in. So I'm waiting on the barley and I'm waiting on my canola. Or we can take out a loan. No, I don't want to take out another loan. I want this barley so we can make diesel. So I don't have to keep buying diesel. I watched some of the Giants League stream, but the CM was getting aggressive with the chat, had to leave, was getting a bit toxic feeling over there. Alright, so let's go another hour or two, come back to 1 speed and see if our barley pops. I don't want to go too far ahead, I don't want to get dark. So let's just go an hour at a time and see if our barley pops. But on the 16x map, when you fast forward to 2000 speed, it takes a little bit for the growth rate to catch back up. But unfortunately, I don't own a lot yet. So there's not much to do early game. So I have the sand mine, the rock crusher, the ore mine, the coal mine, so they're all running. I own the diesel factory. I'm waiting for this barley harvest to get the diesel factory up and running. We own the 2 fields I turned into clover, and the outside of the island is 3/4 barley and 1/4 poplar for wood chips. Mammoth Mill is running, and then this field where the trees were planted I turned into a canola field. Alright, so it looks like our barley's not caught up yet. Let's go another hour. Let's see if our barley comes in. I don't want to harvest in the dark. What I may do is just go till tomorrow morning. Oh cool, our barley is starting to come in. Alright. Alright, cool. So what's ready? Okay, so our canola's ready and our barley's starting to come in. So let's go get our canola first. Where the heck is my planter, or my harvesters on the other side? So the refinery needs all ingredients to get up and running, or just some of them like silage. Here, let's teleport over to the refinery. The refinery has a couple different lines built into it. So I'll come over to the global company menu. Alright, so diesel production 1, put in either coal, wood chips, or straw. Corn, barley, sorghum, sugar beet, or sugarcane for your grain. And then silage, and you'll get diesel. That's your biofuel. The second line, you have to put your crude oil in to get diesel. So these two lines will run independently of each other. So if you don't have the oil wells up and running, you can get this line up and running to make your diesel. This line requires oil to make diesel, and then this line requires oils and crates to make your plastic. So there's a couple different lines built into that. But let's grab our harvester. Let's grab our canola. Our canola is just a straight cash crop. I figured I'll play for about, I don't know, an hour or so, and then we'll jump on the Ritchieville updates. I just wanted to make sure all the updates to this map work in single player without starting a new save. But before we go harvest our canola, I think this is going to need another stage of fertilizer. It is, but it's caught two different growth stages. This half the field is not popped yet, it looks like. Yeah, so I don't want to fertilize this until the second half of this field comes in. I hate when a field goes to two different growth stages. So I wanted to, I guess we could do half. Alright, yeah, let's just do half, and then we'll come back and we'll fertilize the other half. I don't like fertilizing in the second growth stage. I like fertilizing in the first growth stage. But let's just get our fertilizer in. And then we can go harvest the canola. Let's get a headland done. Zulfur, hello. Gotcha. I didn't look into the GC menu, just the HUD icon. Been following single player, and kind of my play test here instead of the sawmill. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I figure I wanted to get the refinery up and running because I'm tired of spending money on diesel, and I need the diesel to get the orchards and greenhouses running. And there's a lot of factories that take diesel, and now that we have the drill pipe being made, we can think about buying an oil well. But I wanted to get more fertilizer on here before it goes to the next growth stage. But right now cash is my issue because I think I have like $1 million loan to pay back. And I don't own a lot of property yet, so there's not much to do. But like I said, I don't want to spend too much time playing today. I want to get back into the Ritchieville updates. Alright, so let's start going back and forth. We'll knock this off about here. But and then we'll check the log for errors when I get out of here, just to make sure that nothing weird popped up. And I'm good with this update. I'll probably put the update out tomorrow. I just want to make sure there's nothing else that I need to do to it before we update it, before I release the update. Oh, come on. At least we'll get a straight line in this row. Let's come back, grab this little bit. Wondering if we can square this off. Probably not. You gotta love these odd shaped fields. And my favorite little strip up the center of the field that's always missed. That you gotta waste all your fertilizer on or lime to cover. Now this field we're only going to be able to do about half of it, so let's go down. Unless the oh, did it come in? It did. The rest of the field came in, so we can fertilize this entire field now. And then on the next update that's coming out tomorrow, I added fuel into the buy menu, so it'll show you where you can sell fuel at if you want to sell your extra diesel, because it was missing on the first version. I'll probably upload this to Mega tonight when my internet's a little bit better, when everybody's sleeping, and then we'll get this update out probably tomorrow. I just have to go back and remember to change the version number. But I think instead of harvesting the canola, I'm gonna harvest part of the. I'm gonna get the barley harvested first, so we can get the refinery up and running. And then hopefully we can make enough money off of selling all the straw that we can purchase the orchards and greenhouses. And there's always that little bit that we have to go in and finish. Alright, so that's one more job done. Let's get you back over here. Eventually I want to get a second one of these for lime, so I don't have to keep switching back and forth between fertilizer and lime. Let's grab our harvester. So that's now our clover now has our second stage of fertilizer on it. So it is plowed, it's limed, and it's 100% fertilized. Let's do a quick U-turn. And let's go this way. I hope I have crop destruction off. Alright, we do. Alright, so let's spin around. Let's get this smaller half of the field done first. Come down here, we'll try and get... I guess we're going to get stuck doing a headland first, no matter what we try and do. Alright, so you should be... yeah, we should be getting straw. And every bit of this barley is going to go to the refinery. And I'll probably just throw another barley crop right in here. And then every bit of the straw is going to get sold for cash. Because I want to own this entire island. I want to buy the orchards and greenhouses. I guess we'll just go in circles. Why not? On Ritchieville or Ritchie Hollow, I would just hire a worker and go off and do something else. But I don't want the worker driving my crop of barley into the water, have to reset the vehicle and lose the entire crop. This half should harvest relatively quickly. Let that straw pile catch up. And then let's come back with this half. Come on, dump off the straw. There we go. Did anybody get a chance to play around on the new uh, DLC with the new map? Just want to know what everybody's thoughts are on the new map. I was gifted the DLC, but I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. And I've been trying to avoid any videos or live streams on the map. I want to go in with a fresh set of eyes and look at it. Dump off your straw. Alright, so we're getting a good bit of barley off of this harvest. Come on. Alright, no, I'm gonna lose. There we go. So, Rob, no, not yet. And Farm Chick, yeah, not getting it. I was not planning on buying it either. but it was gifted to me, so I'll take a look at it. Dixie was on earlier. She said she doesn't like the grass. It was giving her a headache. But let's knock the rest of this field off. We'll get the other half the barley. Then I'll get out of here because I want to continue updating Ritchieville. Alright, who else's OCD is going to bother them if we don't go back and get this one little piece up here that I missed? Just like that. I know it's only like 1 liter, but that will bother me. Alright, let's turn you off. Let's drive back up here. Alright, so let's knock the rest of this half off. So farm chick, that would be me. My OCD is bad. Yep, I'm that way. Now the only time I'll let it go is if I'm missing like one little spot of like lime or something in the field, and I just made a mess out of that straw. Because lime's too expensive to go back and just hit that one little spot unless you're making your own lime. And we're not making our own lime yet because we don't have the stone processing up and running. But eventually we'll have our own lime. But let's knock this off. Alright, let's go get the other half of our barley field. And this one will take about twice as long to harvest. Ooh, camera snap. I think that was because of the tree. Yes, the harvester doesn't like that. I put this part of the fields up on the hill, and it's catching the header. There we go. Alright, so maybe this field will take 4 times as long to harvest. It's pretty big. See, isn't farming on the beach much better than farming in the mountains? Because I was never a fan of Giants in-game maps. Yeah, this field's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Yeah, let's do a second headland. Dixie's back. There was a couple more adjustments I forgot to make on the update. We increased the all the rock pallets, the rock, the coal rock, the ore rock, all that, the nickel rock, copper rock, up to 10,000 liters per pallet per boulder. But I forgot to increase the factory, so the factory spawns them out at 10,000 liters per boulder. And then I had to increase the factory to accommodate the new capacity. So I had to go back in and make those adjustments. And then I put the update here in my single player save just to make sure it's working with an existing save. So I just thought I'd give this a quick test. We'll get this harvested. I'll check the log, make sure we're not throwing any errors. And then we'll move on to continue working on the Ritchiville update. Then we're going to have to do the same updates there to the mining. So that's the first thing we're going to have to do when we get into Ritchiville is increase all the mining and all the boulders and the beehives. We'll do the same thing there that we did here, and then we'll move on to I forgot to put lights in the drywall factory, so we have to add lights to the drywall factory, and then we might work on orchards and greenhouses. They're going to be the absolute longest to get in the map. I think on this map it took me about 4 days to build the orchards and greenhouses. But they are going to be smaller versions of this map, so I'm hoping they're going to go a little bit quicker. So I just thought I'd give this another good test just to make sure the update works with the existing save, because I really don't want to put out an update that causes a new game save. But I'm liking this barley yield. Alright, what are my chances of a hired worker actually doing something here? So I'm just as a test, and you're going to want to go that way because you're going to want to go straight north and south. So let's see what you do at the end of the row. Oh, stop, stop, stop. You're driving way too close to the edge of the water for my liking. Alright, that ain't gonna work. We're not gonna hire a worker. Let's just knock this out. I don't want to lose almost 300,000 liters of barley in the water. Maybe on another island, so when the field is not so close to the edge of the water, I can trust a worker, but not here. Alright, so let's just go back to making circles. I guess here's where course play would come in. You can set your own course and then not have to worry about the hired worker. So I may play around with course play a little bit um, this weekend, see how we can get it up and running on homemade fields. Catch up on chat here a second. As people progress through the map, I'm sure there'll be more updates to balance things out. Yeah, huge difference between testing and playing, definitely. And yeah, I don't want to end up with my harvester in the water. I don't want to lose this barley. I need to make diesel. Maybe, like I said, another island where the fields, I won't create the fields right next to the water. And we'll see if we can, I'll try to make the fields more square, like north and south, east, west. Because that's the direction that the worker wants to go. It wants to go straight north, south, or straight east, west. Dump off your straw. There we go. Ah, did you end up in the water, Dixie? And the only way to get it out is to reset it. And I know when you reset it, you lose the entire crop. But I think even if you strong arm it out of the water, I think you still end up losing the crop. But I could be wrong. You can let us know in chat. So let's square this up. We'll knock this half the field out. We'll come back and get the rest. And it looks like we're going to end up with a little strip here missed, of course. But yeah, Dixie's right. Yeah, as we play more, we'll definitely continue to balance out pallets and production and pricing. Because when we test, we just make sure everything works. We don't make sure everything is balanced out. I didn't realize that we were emptying the mine. You had to go take care of the mines every 2 hours until I started playing. And then I realized that the mines needed to be balanced out. And then I pretty much tripled the resin production, and I tripled the, well, 4 times more raw rubber. 4 times more raw rubber, and I pretty much tripled the resin output as well. Alright, so let's knock this out and then come back over. Oh, sorry about that. I hope my mic was closed. Allergies and sinuses are killing me. Collision with the fishing boat. Yeah, the fishing boat has a collision on it. There's nothing we can do. It has to stay on there. When you're on the ferry, do not get hit with the fishing boat. But the fishing boat is a it's a train in disguise. It's actually a train. Acts as a train in-game map that's disguised as a fishing boat. And because it's a train, um, it has to have a collision on it. In order for it to work properly. But all the other boats in the water, the decorative boats have no collision. But the fishing boat, the collision has to stay on the fishing boat. I did hear from Papa today. He is taking a week or two off. He needs a break from modding and from FS in general. Alright, so let's knock this off. And let's go this way. Try and get this finished up. Oh, and of course I was sneezing and made a mess out of the straw. Yeah, the train stop mod is pretty cool. I don't use it because I like to see the fishing boat running. I like it running in the background. But the train stop mod will keep it from running. I'm having too much fun playing today. As you can see, I'm in no big hurry to go into work on Ritchieville. I have about 14 hours a day on it the last pretty much all week. Uh, uh, the fishing Dixie, the fishing boat, gave me the PTSD after I lost 80 pallets off my two flatbed. Yeah, that thing is a killer. Rob, you lost 40 pallets of plastic. Yeah, I plucked out about 10 pallets of steel out of the water myself. Your first load of plastic. You can pluck them out. It's hard to. It can be done, but it's a pain in the ass to do it. You just have to stand on the ferry with the strong arm on, and then try to fish the pallets out one at a time. And when I lost my steel, I was right in front of the dock, so I couldn't even get the ferry back into the dock. I had to fish all the steel out. Pallets aren't too bad when you lose a load of pallets. If you're careful, you can pluck them back out of the water. But if I was carting this like 500,000 liters of grain over and I lost my tipper in the water, I'd probably start crying. I think at that point I would probably cheat 500,000 liters of barley back into the game. There we go. A couple more passes will knock this out. We'll run this over to the refinery. Dump off the straw. Alright, let's knock the rest of this field out. Catch up on chat. I'm not sure about the strong arm. Dixie uses it more than I do. I use the one that's built into the dev tool. But I think strong farmer Dixie can answer. I think it does have a longer reach. I don't use a strong arm because I never remember what keys to turn it on and off. And every time I try and get in my vehicle, it wants to throw the vehicle instead of entering it. There we go, last two passes. Perfect. Let's go here. Drop our header off. This thing needs to be washed. Let's park you here for now because we have canola to harvest. Let's get the pipe out. Let's grab our tractor. And which tipper we want. Let's grab this guy. Drop the seeder. So let's grab our barley. And while that's loading, I want to come over here. Just want to make sure my store delivery mod is still over here. I want to take out a little bit more of a loan. Hey, Rob TV, it's all right. All right, I just want to borrow about another 20,000. Might as well, right? Spend money to make money. I want to get a K100. Let's go with my Fent Classic and black. I want the Bull Guard and the better engine. And then I want the tipper. This guy, and we're going to go gray. So I want to take that load of canola, and on the same ferry I want to take a load of silage. So let's go this way and see what kind of silage we have. And then on the next trip we're going to take the straw and we're going to sell it. And any honey and wax we have, we're going to sell that off as well. But I want to take the barley and the silage with me over to the refinery. So let's run this down to the ferry. pull off slow so it doesn't push it away from the dock. Alright, so let's throw you on here. And let's go get our tipper. And let's fire up the refinery. $12 wage payment so you can drive my harvester right towards the water. Alright, let's fire up the refinery. Yeah, hopefully I get this loan paid off. I won't have to take any more out. That's why I want to probably leave the loan a little bit longer. I should have backed out the other way. Where's the fishing boat? Alright, he's not anywhere on this side. I think I'm going to leave my loan a little bit longer. Oh, he's coming. We're going to stop and we're going to let him go by. But I want to, because I want to buy the orchards and greenhouses and use that for cash. So our next cutting of the clover, that whole mess is going to go right into the composter. Nightbot got you in RTZU. If you are a troll, you can feel free to leave. I've got my Nightbot settings really aggressive to take care of any trolls. Alright, so let's take the silage over first. Dix, if you're still out there and they come back and try and post anything, just boot them and block them. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of them lately for some reason. I've slowed down a little bit too much going around that corner. Alright, let's get our silage in here. And go get our grain. And it looks like I've got trash to empty on this island and Orchard Island. Yeah, you don't get many bots. Yeah, you stream at a little bit later at night. Slow down so I don't push the ferry away from the dock. Alright, so let's grab our grain. Let's come around my truck. Let's dump off our barley. Now this line should now be fired up. Yep, sorry, now our diesel production is active. How much coal do we have? Oh, we got a good bit of coal in here too. So we got about 250,000 liters of coal, almost a 500,000 liters of grain, and plenty of silage. So we should get a good amount of diesel here now. Now let's pick up the straw. We'll get that sold. And missed the stop sign. I'll have to maybe next time. We'll sell off the straw and we'll sell off any honey and wax we have. And I'm hoping it's enough to at least purchase Orchard 2 so we can get the raw rubber production up and running. Alright, so let's head back. And does not look like the fishing boat's coming over. Alright, so let's get these off the ferry. Jump. And let's park you here for now. And let's grab this guy. Let us grab the loading wagon. Need another shed over here. Let us so let's drop you here. Let's grab the loading wagon. Yeah, we definitely got to pick up some trash. But these boulders now should spawn in at a lot larger capacity. Yeah, see, it is, where was it? 4,000 liters and only 40% full, so that'll now go to 10,000 liters. Hope we get a good bit of straw. Oh, look, we're only like halfway around and already have like 400,000 liters. Let's catch up on chat. Hey Dix, hey Rob TV, hey Dixie Old Man. Um, I literally, uh, that's where we're trying to help with any questions we have. Oh, did he leave? I see bye. Must have jumped in when Dixie helped him out with the question. Yeah, Dixie definitely has more um, testing time and more play time in than I do. So let's head back, knock this row out. Uh, Almost ready to replant. Yeah, we're definitely going to replant barley. I want to stuff the refinery full, and then we can sell off another load of straw. So we're at 100, let's see, we're at 1.5 mil. I think we can hit 2 mil. 2 mil would be nice. We can get 2 million liters of straw. I don't know if we're going to get there. Alright, so we should be last pass on this side of the field, or on this side of the road. Knock this half off. We're at 1.66. I don't think we're going to hit 2. Yeah, we're not going to hit 2. And let's grab this last little bit. Alright, so what do we get? 1.8 million, I can live with that. Hopefully we can get enough money to buy at least Orchard 2. So let's just take you straight to the ferry. Perfect. Let's move him up a little bit. Good. Let's come back here. Let's jump in this guy. And we'll take him over to the lot, to our yard. And let's grab our tractor trailer. I'm not using this for manure yet, so we just put him over here. Let's grab our truck. There we go. Let's see how much honey and wax we have. Might as well take it over on the ferry with us at the same time. I'm either going to sell the honey and wax or we're going to sell off a load of barrels. Let's check the pricing. Because the barrels I'm not going to need for a while. So one of the two is going to get sold. So let's check our pricing real quick. Alright, so barrels. Actually, where's straw selling at? I think this one is straw. Lucy's. So top of the mountain to sell off to straw. Alright. Barrels. Did I not put barrels in the price menu? I didn't put barrels in the price menu, did we? We did not. We're going to have to go in and look at that. Oh, wooden barrels. Alright, wooden barrels are... Lowe's is $341. How much is honey and wax selling for? Honey and wax. Oh, we're definitely selling off the honey and the wax. Dexter's. Alright, honey, max. Let's go with how many? Oh yeah, I can fit 40 pallets on here. So let's spawn out the honey. And what size are you on? You're on tall pallets. Let's go back to regular size pallets. And I can pass it off every time. Regular size pallets. Let's grab you. And then we'll spawn out the wax. Another 13 pallets. Alright, so let's turn off the auto load. Do I want to take anything else over with me? Nah, I think we'll just sell this off for now. glitch into the... Alright, I'm not even going to try and get out of the truck, so I'll end up in the water. So let's go like this and close the gate so I don't want to lose this mess. Let's back out in this direction so I can see the fishing boat coming at me. And I don't see him. And let's go make a little bit of money. I think this is the first real money we're actually making on this map. Other than a little bit of clover I sold off and then just spent it on gas. But sold off the clover, bought the diesel to keep the mines running. Alright, gates up. Alright, so looks like we're heading to Dexter's first. And then on the way back from Dexter's, I want to check on the beehives because we can take them back with us since the autoload trailer's over here. I won't go back with an empty load. Even if there's one or two beehives, we can still take them with us. Alright, Dexter's. I don't want to accidentally drive through that sell point. $118,000. Nice. Let's come through the back entrance and see what we have. Let's open up this gate. What do we have? Now, are these the new ones? Yeah, these are all 6,000 liters, so these are the new pallets. Yeah, so let's take them back with us. Let's change this to tall pallets. And I'll grab these on the way through. Oh, no. Don't drive over them and smash them all up. There we go. I probably should have made these 10,000 liters instead of 6, but I can always go in and change that now before we put the update out tomorrow. Don't get hit by my truck. Which I may do. I may just go in and up these to 10,000 liters so we don't have to cart them around as often. If I don't get hit by one truck, I'm going to get hit by another. Alright, let's just put you off to the side for now. Let's grab this guy. And let's sell off our straw. I don't expect much from this, probably about 90,000. Don't back into the water. Alright, so let's head up to the top of the mountain. Let's head over to Lucy's. And what do we get for 1.8 million liters? Right. Wow, 181,000. All right, I can live with that. So we have 346,000. Let's drive back across to Orchard Island and see if we can spend every penny of we just made. Because I still have the canola to harvest and sell, so that's going to be a little bit more cash there. And I can sell off the barrels and the firewood if I need to, so that's a little bit more money. So I won't need the barrels or the firewood for a while. Alright, so that was a pretty good payday from a barley harvest. I told you he is all wound up today. Alright, so let's get you back on here. As close to the front as I can get you. And then let's get you on here. And let me just make sure auto load is still on so I don't lose this load. Alright. So let's close the gate, back out in this direction so I can see the fishing boat. clear. Get the gates up. Alright, so what do we want to jump into first? And I hit the wrong button. So now we got to flip back and forth. Alright, so that is the tractor. Yeah, let's get in the truck first. Let's get our beehives off of there before they end up in the water. So let's drop these off. We'll come back for our loading wagon. Drop these off. I don't jackknife the truck. Alright, so get them in here. Alright guys, I'm having way too much fun playing. I'm in no big hurry to get to the Ritchieville map, but we got to get out of here. So let's park him back over here. Now let's head back to our loading wagon. Actually, I'm going to leave the loading wagon there for now because we're going to use it again. But it can just sit there for now. Let's grab this guy, throw the pipe in, because I believe our canola is ready. I know we don't get a lot off a canola harvest, but again, it's just a straight cash crop. But we'll get him set up for the next time. I am going to get out of here for about 5 minutes or so. I want to grab some coffee, and then we'll come in and we'll start continue working on the Ritchieville map. So let's get this guy set up to go. So we'll get him ready to go. And let's go back to this guy. Let's get him down there. Get him off the ferry. then uh, big field. I made that area poplar field. Almost never ending supply of wood chips. Eventually I'm going to turn it over to poplar, but I want to get some cash in first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest the canola, probably replant another cash crop, and then after that second harvest I'm going to turn that into poplar. Yep, let's just throw him for now in here. Alright, I am going to give me a second, guys. I want to throw on the be back screen. I'm going to save this game and exit. Exit out of here. And then while you're looking at my be back screen, I just want to check the log really quick for any errors before I forget, and make sure that there are no errors in the log. With this update, so I can get you guys this update tomorrow. I'll upload it tonight to Mega, and then I'll get it out tomorrow. Yeah, there are no errors in the log, so that update is clean. Give me about 5 minutes, grab some coffee, hit the little boys' room. I'll be back, and we'll jump into Ritchieville.